Sounds production. What up, sound? What up, sound?
Let's see those juice boxes, y'all. Let's see those juice boxes, y'all. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Red Room Talk. You can find us here every Saturday at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm your host, Jen. The Red Room Talk is a show about love, intimacy, and interpersonal relationships, including self, to erase different social stigmas. We are here to have candid discussions and cut through those stigmas to show, in the end, no matter your background, we all have commonalities when it comes to matters of the mind and the heart. Last episode, if you missed us, that's okay. You can find us on YouTube by following the link in my profile and subscribing. Last episode, we talked about Thanksgiving issues around the table. But this week, we're going to get deep with this week's topic, dating for survival, love or leeching. Tonight in the Red Room, we have an all-star cast. We have OG Shad, Wancho Number, and the beautiful queen, Essence. Before we get started, all that I ask is you keep your mind open and your language clean. First things first, I'm going to let you guys in the box, and then we will get started. If you are not on the show, please do not request the box. Hi, everybody. Okay, look Brag on my girl real quick. But hello, everybody. Welcome to the Red Room. How's everybody doing tonight?
So happy to be here.
So happy to be here. So glad you're happy.
I'm back 2 times.
Well, in the Red Room, y'all, we are polite, so we will let Queen go ahead and introduce herself. You know, her birthday coming up, so just, you know.
Oh, y'all better not. It's the Queen Essence, the biggest and best Sagittarius you'll ever meet in your whole entire life. I am so happy to be here. This is my second Saturday being in the box, and I'm so juiced. And in case you didn't know, that birthday is on Tuesday, but it's tomorrow from every day until Monday and every day after that.
Okay, I don't even know how I follow up after that. Okay, I'm your boy Wancho Number, though. You can catch me every Saturday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the feature show Poured On. All right, you can also catch me on Sundays at 5 p.m. for Soul Food Sundays, and you can catch me on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for Wancho Snacks and Juice.
That's a busy man. OG shot, OG for a reason. Y'all know me. Co-host here at the Red Room. Y'all catch me every Saturday, you know what I'm saying? 10 p.m. Eastern Time. I love it. No place like home. You can also catch me in these tag streets, catch me if you can. I stream daily, you know what I'm saying? I'm an avid streamer. Y'all go live. I stream, you know what I'm saying? Don't pull up on me if you ain't gonna pull up on me. So, yeah. Good content, good conversation. But other than that, I'm just ready to be out here, be an asset. Let's get this going. I'm excited.
All right. I am Jen. I am the host of this show right here, right now. You guys can find me every Saturday. Can I hear y'all saying this? I know that he got to do tongue ups on it. Yeah, okay. Whatever, you know. We'll try. We're working on it, y'all. They're working on this Saturday. You know, they're working on it. But you can find me every Saturday right here. And then you guys can find me on Sundays. I'm lagging real bad right now, aren't I? You guys can find me on your mama. You can find me also on Sundays with Wancho Number for the Red Room Talk at 5 p.m. Eastern. And then you guys can find me again on Tuesdays for Wancho Juice and Snacks at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But other than that, y'all, pull up when you pull up. I do stream in the morning, so make sure y'all tap in. But all right, let's go ahead and get started. Y'all ready? You ready? Hold on.
I was ready, boss. Yeah.
All right.
Appreciate that much. I appreciate it.
For many years now, I've been hearing the same thing. Marrying or dating someone for their money is wrong. From gold digger pranks on YouTube to real life, people seem to agree that pursuing someone purely for wealth is bad. Now, we all know people want to have pretty and good-looking significant others. It's human nature. Having the ability to make a lot of money is something a few people have the chance to experience, so it is a quality as is, which is attractive. But for some, it's not only attractive, those people are targeted solely based on financial aspects. It becomes a means of survival. So the question is,
when deciding your potential dates, how big of a role does one's income play into your decision?
I think that for me, personally, their income is about 60% important. I would love to be with someone who can handle their own. The idea is to get with someone who has their stuff in order enough to where if we coalesce, we could make each other better, right? We could bring more income. A spouse, a significant other, or a boyfriend or girlfriend is supposed to be an additive, right? Like makeup, it's supposed to be an enhancement. It's not supposed to be a burden. So I would say about 60% because respect is so important and loyalty and all these other things. But I definitely want someone who is focus driven, goal driven, and just has made it or makes it enough to take on their own bills and enough to add another person into that. And when I say add another person, I'm not talking about 50% of their salary. I'm not talking about giving me an allowance. I'm just saying, like, can we split travel expenses? Can we go out of town and have a great time? Are you savings driven? Can we work together, whether that be selling plates, doing DoorDash or Uber Eats, doing something like that to accomplish goals together?
Okay.
Smile at me, Jen. I love when you smile at me, baby. You asked me to be here. I'm here, okay? And I was on time.
And she is. And is.
You going one, Joe?
I thought you had something that you was gonna say real quick, so I was gonna let you say what you have to say first.
Appreciate that, brother. Appreciate it. I'm going to agree with you on that one, but I'm going to drop my value to I'm going to say about 50. I'm going to say about 50%. Ideally, your partner or whoever it is you're deciding on pursuing, they need to be able to take care of themselves. You know what I'm saying? Be able to hold your own. You understand? If anything, if you don't have yourself, how do you expect me to have you? And I can't have you all the time. So it's a thing, like she said, it's whether you're either asset or liability. So there's always that what if factor. So I need you to be able to at least, be my lady from your own place. You know what I'm saying? Make your own bills, do this, that, and third. I'll come through and contribute when I can or if I would like to in that instance. You understand? So I do feel like the financial aspect of it is important because you never know what could happen. And yeah.
I'm gonna be a little flip with that. I wouldn't say necessarily it has to be that high, but you have to have some type of financial intelligence. You know what I'm saying? Understand the difference between just having a bank account and having credit and things like that. You have to want to be able to build and not be stagnant. So, even if you don't have everything right then and there, you want to work towards that. You know what I mean? You have the ambition and the drive to want to work towards that. We can build together, come up with ideas together, work business plans together, establish ourselves a business and see that grow.
With that being said, check out Wancho.juice on Instagram. Thank you. Just had to plug that real quick, Wancho.juice for all your merchandise needs. I'm going to be honest, and maybe this is just me. It was never, and maybe it should have been if you look at my past. But it was never a thing for me. I never really looked at someone's income because I know that someone's present situation is not always what it will be or what it could be. I think I always looked at the potential of, growth and things like that, because especially if someone's down, at the time, I don't judge that because you don't know, like I said, someone's present situation isn't always, because a lot of times someone's present situation could drive them even further than you think. And a lot of people would judge someone for where they're at and think that's where they're going to be. You know what I'm saying? So it was never like, I never really looked at someone's income because I guess I'm not a materialistic person and I always had my own. So I never really looked at that really ever at all. It was never a factor for me. I remember people would try to throw oh, I could get you this, and it would just never impress me. Never. Never. It really just never played a factor for me in dating, as far as what someone made or what they could give me or all that. Now, with that being said, now that I'm a little more business minded, I look at now okay, now I see where, that should have been something I looked at, back when, but it just was never really a thing for me. It wasn't an important thing to me. Cause I pretty much was mostly before I was the breadwinner. So it kind of I don't know. I think I just never really looked at what someone else had. And
I got bread. I always win, no matter what.
So it never really factored in for me to really look at that for somebody. So, I mean, obviously, as long as you can just, live on your own, have your own whatever, do your own thing, then I think I just never really looked at that. Even if they didn't have it, I never really factored that in for me. So.
Kanye West said, "I ain't saying she a gold digger," and you know the rest.
She gave me money when I need. Oh, okay. Anyways, on to the next one. Y'all ready to move on now? But if y'all are just pulling up, that's okay. We have so much more to discuss. You can find us on the Red Room Talk every Saturday at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We just discussed when deciding your potential dates, how big of a role does one's income play into your decision. And now we're going to talk about something more specific. Before you marry someone, you should know where you're starting from. Both of you should disclose the details about your assets or debt, even if it's stressful or embarrassing to do so. It's better for your partner to know everything now than to find out somewhere down the road. But when is the right time? So the question is,
after how many conversations is it okay to discuss finances? If you have a mind, I like to attack this one first. I know the question that said, before you marry someone, but I'm just going to keep it to, like dating in general. We got to decide where we are. Is this actually something serious, or is this just, we're dipping our toes in the water, so to speak, see where it goes? Because I believe that certain conversations are important, but they're for important situations. If this is just going to be a fling or, one of those things, then why should you care about how much I'm making monthly and where my money is going and what I'm doing with my finances? And build with you and everything else. I'm going to be transparent enough to put everything on the table. These are my finances. This is what I have going on. This is this, this is that. But that's going to be, I would say, I'm not even going to say the number of conversations. I would say that'll probably take maybe a couple of months or so, 3-4 months. I don't know how many conversations that would be if we're talking every day, but it's a lot of conversations before we get there because you got to know if it's serious. But that's just my point of view.
Yeah, I definitely think it's contingent on the type of relationship you have. If we just met like yesterday or something like that, we're not about to be talking finances. You're probably not even 3 months down the road, we're not talking finances. But that once it's starting to get serious and like you talking about moving in together, talking about taking trips and things like that. Now we gotta kind of talk about what finances look like. Because you might have a bill that's coming up or whatever. I might have a bill that's coming up. All right, how we going to divvy up this trip that we about to, take right now? In my case, child support, you know what I'm saying? Like I got child support. So that's something, it's not your responsibility, it's my responsibility, but I'm going to let you know, like, hey, look, every month I got to do, pay this child support, X, Y, Z. We can't do it right now, but I'll have a little bit extra then. You know what I mean? You just have to be at that point to be able to talk about it. And you'll feel it.
Mm-hmm.
For me, I agree with Rancho. If we start talking about things that are going to come out of our pockets, trips, jewelry, if you're getting ready to buy a new car, I think that as your potential better half, discussing or having some sort of information about your budgeting skills is important, because all of those factors play into whether or not we can be serious or not. We are now at that age where these questions come up. When we were younger in your 20s, you didn't care how much he made. He was fine. If he treated you right and everything else was good, we good. But now it's just like, okay, I have my car note. You want to go to Cabo, and my car note and my PG&E come out on the same day. I don't know if and some people, I'm a very repetitious, a very routine person. I don't really stray away from the way that I do things unless I have to. So to bring someone else into my life, I need to see how cohesive we can be together. Like, are you a payment plan type of person? Do you just get it out? Like, do you have credit cards for a rainy day? Like, I'm the type of person that once that money goes into my savings account, it's called rainy day. If the sun is shining, we don't touch it. So just seeing, my biggest thing right now with dating, since I've gone over 30, is compatibility. Are our finances compatible? Can our credit be compatible? I'm not moving from an apartment to an apartment. Can I trust you to hold up your end of a mortgage? Can I trust you to pour into a pot and only take out what is needed and discuss with me if both of our profits are going into the same account? Things like that, because you have some people that you can be completely 100% depositive with, and then you got other people where you got to be like, well, I'm gonna put in 40%. And I'm going to keep my 60% because I seen you like to buy a lot of popcorn. You get what I'm saying? So definitely, you know when the time is right. You know when things are getting down to a space where these conversations need to be had. Of course, on the first date, we're not going to talk about credit score. I don't even like for nobody to ask me about my kids on the first date, to be perfectly honest with you. Like, don't worry about all that. You hear from me? So I mean, you know when it's right. We're definitely at the age where intuition plays a very big role. You know how people make you feel. If they bother your soul, then it's a no.
Oh.
My
Very
birthday
well said.
So I definitely agree. I think you kind of like fill that out with the person that you're with. Like, I know that we very much had that conversation, and it wasn't even, I would say, that very early on, but it was a conversation that obviously had to be had because you need to know where each other's at. What you have going on, so it's not, you're not blindsided later like, hey, I got this thing, and you don't want to be embarrassed later and then someone feel like, dang, you just blindsided me and now I have to pick up all the slack. You know what I'm saying? So be very open and honest, but I think the timing really just depends on where you're at with that person. Like, especially I knew I was moving, so that was a conversation that had to be had before that ever was going to take place, to know where I'm at, where he's at. But it really just is contingent on where you are at. I don't think that's something that should happen early on, because that would be just a red flag to ask me how much I make or whatever, because you kind of can, if you like are having conversations, you can kind of fill out where someone's at. You know what I'm saying? If they're not talking about a job or they're not talking about anything in particular, you could tell if someone's, sleeping on couches. You know what I'm saying? You can kind of tell. All right. Why is all your stuff in the backseat of your car? Oh my God.
Why is your church built like a car?
I don't even give taxes back. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not that one for you. Sorry, not that girl. No, I'm just kidding. But you could kind of fill out where someone's at before that conversation is even had. But that's definitely a conversation you should have before you do get that deep with someone. Especially if you're talking moving in with someone, if you're talking marriage, you're talking anything. Those are things that have to be discussed, even if it's embarrassing. And I can tell you, it's not always the easiest conversation to tell someone where you're at. You know what I'm saying? Or where you want to be. Like that. Those are great conversations to grow with each other, to even say where you want to be if you're not where you're at. Your dreams and your hopes of where you want to be. So it doesn't always have to be a bad conversation. It's definitely a place to have growth with each other. But it really, like I said, going back to what I said, that it's just really fill out your person to know where you're at. It's not something that should be taken lightly and not something that should be done too soon.
Absolutely.
But y'all, if y'all are just pulling up, that is not okay. You're a little late. No, I'm just kidding. It's okay. You guys can find us every Saturday at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We just discussed when deciding your potential dates, how big of a role does one's income play in your decision, and when should you discuss finances. But yes, when you hear that sounds, that means we are at our hot seat question segment. Not only will you not know when it's coming now, but our hot seat question is left up to the fate of the audience. That's right. I went to Instagram to ask our peers what they wanted to ask for this week's hot seat question. If you want your question to be featured on next week's episode, make sure y'all go to my profile, click that little icon, and follow me on Instagram and look up for that hot seat question post. Now is the time that I need you guys to enter in the comments who you want on the panel to answer tonight's question before I reveal it. Go ahead and enter in the comments now who you want to answer tonight's hot seat question.
I was early.
A little premature.
Too easy.
Oh,
Wow.
so you have my back.
Like
That's right.
I don't like this movie. Yeah. Wow.
How you
I don't like it here. Okay, KK. I don't like it here.
But who on the panel do y'all want to answer tonight's hot seat question?
Yes.
Ooh, we got a Wancho.
Yes.
Ooh, we got a Wancho. We're kind of all even right now. I need y'all. Listen, I need all y'all in the comments. Hey.
I only got one vote.
Hey.
I only got one vote.
Y'all in the comments, I need y'all to pick tonight's hot seat question answerer person.
that's Wancho again.
So y'all in the
That was
comments,
Wancho again. I don't know.
listen.
I can vote twice. My fault. Your mistake.
I'm gonna end up picking, and then nobody's gonna like me tonight if I have to pick. I'm just gonna say, all of y'all in the comments, this is crazy. This is craziness. You know what I'm saying? Because what if I make one of y'all in the
Okay,
comments?
all right.
come up
It's 2-2 between me and Dom right now. It's 2-2.
Ooh, it's listen. Can we get some of y'all in the comments? Jeez, y'all. What y'all doing? Did y'all just drop a deuce?
That's 3 for shot.
Got 3 for shot.
We got our shot. Ooh, we got an extra. Oh, listen, it's tied right now. It's tied. We need a
Lonzo
tiebreaker.
voted
y'all.
already, though.
We need a
Lonzo
tiebreaker.
said Wancho, then he said
That's
Queen.
what the program.
No, Lonzo said Wancho first and then switch to Queen. That don't count. I seen it. They said Wancho first and then switch to Queen.
Okay, so I got 2.
Right, you have 2.
Okay.
It's like
So if she said Shy, that's me then. If she said Shy, that's me.
Uh-oh, somebody said Jen.
Oh, that's now we all tied.
Oh, damn.
Okay, look, I don't like this for us. I don't like
Well,
that.
as the co-host here, I'll take it. Ain't no seat too high for me. Hit me with your best shot. Let's go.
Oh, this is what we doing. Oh, we have somebody else. Does somebody else want to choose who wants to answer the question? This is
Sean volunteered themselves.
Oh, okay, so you gonna just
He
volunteer?
like the way
Okay,
you
Mr.
think.
Bald and Bougie. All right.
I like the way you think.
He volunteered as tribute. My
All
birthday
right.
tomorrow.
So this week I wrote in because y'all suck.
Oh, wow.
So this week's question is, I'm sorry, my bad, y'all mistake. If you realize your best friend is being taken advantage of by the man or woman they are dating, do you tell them or do you just let them figure it out? And why?
Snitching.
Okay, that's a sticky situation. You said your best friend.
Yeah.
Your best friend.
Yo,
I was your best friend.
Okay, so I'm one of those friends. I'm going to say something. And sometimes you have to realize that there may be some blowback that comes from it, that may put your friendship in jeopardy. That person may feel the type of way, or whatever the case may be. But with me being the stand-up person that I am, I couldn't stand by and watch somebody that I care about being taken advantage of or led on or be put through the ringer by somebody that's supposed to love them, because love is not supposed to hurt. Love is not supposed to have you wondering, about someone. And friendships are a relationship. And if this is my best friend, no matter how hard it may be for you to hear or hard of a conversation it may be, it has to be had. And that's just how I feel. So yes, I'm going to let them know. I'm going to try to deliver the blow, as clear and concise as possible and effectively, so they understand what's going on. And whatever comes from that comes from that. But I'm coming from an angle of care and not from an angle of, trying to hurt you or ruin what you have going on. I'm just letting you know without knowing this and everything else. But yeah, I'm definitely saying something.
okay.
Say something. I'm giving
Y'all got
up.
any rebuttals? Y'all got any rebuttals?
No, I'm snitching. I'm gonna be this me. Hey, I've seen him. You see him? He right here. He right there. You see him? I've seen him. Girl, I'm in line right behind him. Yeah, I want the number 7. Cheater. I'm be popping out everywhere like that girl on South Central. Hurry up and you call.
That would probably.
That's it.
I don't know, because it is such a sticky situation, especially it's your best friend. So if you don't tell them and you knew and they find out, that's a betrayal. If you tell them and you can also be the scapegoat for their anger. So it's really one of those situations like, please don't, my name ain't been in, I ain't in it, please don't tell me, I don't want to know nothing, la 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 la, I don't want to know nothing, Lord, please, Jesus, I don't want to know.
I want to know everything, and I'm going to tell.
If you're playing my best friend, you better keep it on the low. Because I'm telling for sure, probably. Yeah, I'm probably.
I think I'm good at blackmail too, because I'll walk up on you with your date like 150. And me and that girl you cheating on is we gonna go spend it. together.
Yeah. But no, I would definitely want to tell, but it is one of those situations because I've kind of been in that situation where it ended up blowing up in my face.
Oh my God, you don't want to be something like that.
Yeah, because you don't want to be the
What was that
one
too?
that is like contributed to the betrayal. Like you knew this, and for how long, and you didn't want to tell me why. But then, like you said, it could be the blow. I'd rather deal with the blow up of you being upset with me, setting this bomb on you, than for you to feel like I put a whole knife in your back the whole time.
Yeah, because then later you could be like, you know what's gonna happen. They'll be like, you know what? Thank you for telling me. I know I was mad at the time, but you kind of saved me from myself. But like I said, sometimes it could blow up on you because I've had it blow up in my face. But I would rather that than to hold something that I know could potentially hurt you. Because if you're my best friend and I know something that could potentially, I would rather just like take the lump.
I'm a Sagittarius. I like heat. You want to blow up? I'm gonna blow back. But he cheating. You got the picture?
I feel like Wancho is like, I ain't in it. I don't know. What you in the same, or you telling? You telling?
For me,
you see my man out there speaking, you don't say nothing.
If it's someone that I'm that close to, I'm definitely gonna say something. I think you just kind of gotta tread lightly when you do something like that because of the fact that there could be that blowback. How you deliver, I guess, more so what I'm saying is your delivery to the person. Because some people aren't receptive to that. Like I know people say honesty is the best policy, but a lot of people don't want to hear the truth.
A lot of people do want to be lied to. Let's be honest.
Hear the truth. So it's one of those things like, yeah, be honest with them and let them know. But I still think it's like about how you approach the situation and talk to them. You don't want to just like dump it on them. You know what I mean? Like your approach gotta be there.
I'm 256 and I don't tread lightly. All my tread heavy.
Heavy like a Chevy. Yeah, that's some heavy stuff. But if y'all are just pulling up, that's okay. You can find us every Saturday at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here in the Red Room Talk, y'all. We do still have some more to discuss. We just discussed when deciding your potential dates, how big of a role does one's income play, after how many conversations it is okay to discuss finances, and then we just hit the hot seat question, y'all. But now I want to talk about signs. No, not stop signs or road signs. But in some cases, the individual being used may not recognize the pattern until long after the behaviors first start. On other occasions, the individual is keenly aware they have been manipulated for another person's gain right away. Past relationships, sometimes going back to childhood, can play a role in adult relationship dynamics. For instance, people who have grown up in a positive family climate may be more assertive and therefore less likely to be taken advantage of. If the case is you are, what are the signs? So the question is,
what are some of the signs you have noticed when encountering someone who is dating to survive?
Rushing into the relationship, i.e. like wanting the title or always trying to, from the moment that they meet you, they always trying to be up under you like 24/7. They don't have no anything going on in their personal life by themselves where they can go out and do something. They have to be, oh well, I'm gonna come over there, I'm gonna hang out over there, and don't ever want to go home. Ain't got a place to stay. Yeah.
Y'all want me to go next? Because I want to go next. But Shad, go ahead.
Go ahead, sis. Go ahead. All right, cut you off. Go ahead.
I just had this conversation earlier with someone. People who show up with backpacks to like first encounters. They don't like the spend a night bag is on their back. People who just want to pull up on you immediately. Again with Wancho, people who just like they're on the phone with you all day, like, or you're at work and they're texting you all day. They don't have any daily obligations, any financial obligations, wanting to immediately leave things at your place and you guys have not established a relationship status. What else? An abundance or overage of acts of service. immediately wanting to help clean, immediately taking out the trash, immediately being like, oh, I'll help you get your kid to school. Like, I don't do anything during the day. Oh, you got to do something during the day, baby, because we don't do nothing doors. I do way too much in a day. I can make 24 hours seem like 48. So you got to have something going on. And I'm not an everyday person. I have, since this last stretch of being single, I have become infatuated with my own company. So although I love the companionship, I love being individuals. I like having something to talk about every day. If you smother me in the beginning, what are we going to talk about if we're together all the time? We need some type of separation. I need you to go out into the world and experience things. And I would want that for myself, because then when it shifts, if we're no longer able to have that much time together, or usually these homeless individuals, when they find someone else that's a better leech or a bigger fish to catch, then they can't maintain that energy that they first introduced you to. So just looking for people who are overly eager to like see where you stay, how you live. Back to one of the original questions, asking you about finances and things like that. Like, oh, what you do? Where you? Like, I don't answer that. Usually when people ask me what I do for a living, I tell them I'm a prostitute.
There
I'm
you
in
go.
customer service. I service my customers.
Oh my God.
I love this. I love this.
Can I
Here's
get-
my favorite one. First conversation and your rent is past due, or your air conditioner is getting ready to be repossessed, or you just need something all the time. I mean, the first conversation, like, hey, nice to meet you. You know, hey, it's just been so rough. I'm trying to figure out what I'm about to do. Like the very first conversation, just setting you up with the good old hook, line, and sinker. You know,
Air conditioner
We all
being
been
repossessed. Like, whose air conditioner is being repossessed and why?
it's one of those stories.
What?
It's one of
It's
those.
winter. It is winter. Why is your ass? You know.
Right, exactly. So
Yo, J's just got taken off your feet, my boy. How your J's getting taken off? I know you got new shoes on your ride, sir, but if your ride is your Jordans, my boy, you got some problems.
Yeah, we just met, and you telling me you about to get put out. How you just need help, and get help is hard to find. And I'm gonna leave you looking for that help because you ain't found it here. But that's what happens. You know what I'm saying? We've encountered that. We've all been there. Hey, I know I just mentioned everything. Like, baby, let me get $20. I know you got it.
Oh Lord.
Oh, they will actually use your car when they first meet. Your car's gonna be at work all day. I could just drop you off, or you could drop out of my life.
Yeah, see, I love that.
You know what? His stank face. I'm afraid of what you know. I'm afraid of what he's thinking right now.
There's a whole lot going on with that. Mainly the repossessed air conditioner.
Yeah, had to make it sound nice. Gotta make it look good.
They took the J
So they
straight off their
just
feet.
took your shoes off your feet, my boy.
Foot like came back and snatched
Because being repossessed, please don't invite me to your crib.
Yeah. Foot like came back and snatched my Timbs. You know what I'm saying? You just got them and Foot like came take them up.
I mean, there are definitely signs when somebody going through something. You know, when they need a place to stay. You know.
And they always got the newest iPhone with no car.
Telling you that are when they are the. Listen, I was gonna say the Obama phone, but
You got the
that all they
2024.
have is a government phone. If that's all they have is a government phone, or just
you talk about the internet only phone.
yeah. Listen, been there.
You talk about the internet only phone. I know what you talking about.
Before I answer this, I wish my mom was in here right now so y'all could just understand. I really was gonna write a book. I was just actually, Juancho, now we're just having this talk. The things that I've been through. I was actually gonna write a book called 12 Years of Single, because I went through some things. So, sign number 1, when their whole house is in their back seat, okay? Their whole house. Like, you got your deodorant, your body wash, or they need to take a shower at your, excuse me, sir, I don't want your scrubby, grubby scum in my shower, bro. I don't even know you like that. You know what I'm saying? You ain't even, no.
Right?
But yeah, and then the backpack. That was the next sign. How you gotta spend the night bag on you at all times, you know? Then the other sign, like I said, it was the government phone. How you only got an internet phone? That's the only time I could talk to you is when you at McDonald's, and you're not even buying McDonald's because you can't afford it. Sign number 3. How they always are just in between funds. How you always in between funds? Like always.
Check don't never come on time.
You know what I'm saying? Or you're selling your food stamps, man. You're already struggling. Okay? You look hungry, and now you're selling your. I have been through some things, y'all. Okay, this is. My name is Jennifer, and no, I was kidding. I have been through some things, y'all, but no, there was definitely some signs there. But when they like start wanting to leave stuff, I just be like, listen, nah, we not doing that. All right, we not doing that. We not you're not leaving nothing here. Unless you're not leaving nothing here unless it's your pride. All right, because you got to go. You got to go.
Don't leave your pride here either. I don't like funky pride.
No, don't do that. Don't do that.
Take it off.
I'm literally just, we're not having that. But definitely, that was like a huge sign. Now, I'll never forget it. I'm like, why all your stuff in your backseat? It didn't even dawn on me. I'm thinking like they just moved. And then I'm going to tell you where it literally was like, dun, 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 when they opened up their trunk. And there was like, I'm telling you, it was just.
Everything they own in the trunk.
You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, it was bad. I was like, oh yeah. You listen, I'm not that girl. Listen, I'm not that girl for a place to stay. I ain't buying you no PS5. I don't even have any kids to get kid taxes, the wrong one. Okay, my dog. I tried to claim him on taxes. They wouldn't let me. He's kind of a human. He eats a lot, but it does not work. But I'm not doing that. All right.
So you're not Jenny from the block?
No, not Jenny from the block.
She's not Jenny from the block. She ain't looking out.
I'm not the girl next to me. You gotta have tune. But literally, I've been there. And then I found out later, and I was like, oh no, we're not doing that. But yeah, there's definitely signs you can tell. But it was the government phone, the back seat, and all your stuff in the back, and you can't even have nowhere to sit. Yeah, that's a sign.
Their whole life could get repossessed.
Literally. But if y'all have anything more to say, can I see you? I can see you, so make sure y'all pay attention. But if y'all are just pulling up,
that's okay.
You're like.
You haven't missed much, y'all. We still have more to discuss. This is the Red Room Talking. You can find us every Saturday at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We just discussed when deciding your potential dates, how big of a role does one's income play? After how many conversations is it okay to discuss finances? We just had the hot seat question. If y'all weren't here, you missed it. Thanks. What are some of the signs you have noticed when encountering someone who is dating to survive? But now let's talk about boundaries. Yes.
We love this conversation here.
Yes, I do. Helping and giving are character strength, as far as I'm concerned, but sometimes our helpful intentions give way to dysfunctional helping and giving. The solution isn't to stop helping altogether, it's to set boundaries when telltale signs of unhealthy helping appear. So the question is,
when dating someone, how much help is too much, and where do you draw the line?
Too much help is when they no longer ask, the obligation is assumed. Don't assume that your troubles, your trials, your bills, your debt is my obligation. I am here to assist, not take care of. Very, very different. When it gets down to a part where someone's pocket watching you, like maybe someone calls you that day and says, hey, I was wondering if you could send me $25, or I could, I need $50. And you say, oh, I don't have it right now. And then you come back with your nose on and be like, hey, I thought you didn't have $50. I thought you didn't have anything.
You always got a bottle in your hand or something. That's mm-hmm.
Some people show up with conversation and bubblegum and be fresh out of conversation. Like what I'm going to do with bubblegum. Signs that you are over helping is when a person doesn't even take the initiative to find a resource or another route before asking you. Oh, I was just wondering if you could well, did you try Dave? Did you try Chime? Did you try any of these outlets before you asked me? Did you try for general assistance? Did you try for public assistance? Did you try to apply for food stamps before you came and asked me? Because I will give you gas money to get to work. I will not continuously take you to there. To ask me once is a request. To ask me again is begging. And you have to look at the number of times and the incremental time that passes between requests. Is this a weekly thing? Is this a monthly thing? Are you always broke 3 days after your payday? Like, even when dating, this goes back to all of the previous questions, like the signs. When is it appropriate to have these conversations? And it's so hard now because the dating pool is trash and so many people are so sensitive to these complicated conversations. If I can't come to the person who I'm welcoming into my body with an issue, then your membership is being revoked. If you feel comfortable asking me for money and there's parts of your family, like I have not met anyone in your family, that is a problem for me. Because I was always told that if they family don't want them, neither should you. So you just met me. I've been in your life for 30 days and you don't have anybody else that you can call for $50 a ride to work. You don't have a best friend. I got like 18 of them.
Because a lot of times if they don't have someone around them, there's a reason for that. If they don't, not saying that that's everyone's case, but sometimes it's because
because they've exhausted and burned all their previous bridges. Mm-hmm. Pay attention to people that want to be up under you all the time and their phone never ring. Mm-hmm. They be a real good person to you and nobody else feels that way. Part of the reason that a lot of relationships go through the things that they go through is because you don't want, if I'm in a relationship with you, I don't want nobody else to feel the way that I feel about my man. I don't want nobody else to have the type of access that I have to my man. And if someone thinks they have that access, if a request that is girlfriend-esque comes through, I need to be able to trust that you would let me know that. Because even the minorest things can ruin a relationship. Even the minorest things can trigger your partner. So setting the boundary, my boundary is don't ask me for nothing that I can't ask you for. Don't ask me to give you information that you're not willing to share. Don't ask me for acts of service that you don't know how to do yourself. If we're ever on a date, if we're ever out in public and I pull up to a gas station and you don't get out, you will never get back in.
Amen.
What do you think, Wancho?
I have a quote that I like a lot. Lack of planning on your part does not constitute an emergency on my part.
Hello, I love that.
And I share that quote a lot with people because the thing about it is, like Queen said, if you're asking me for something and you can't tell me, and I'm asking you questions about the situation, and you can't be honest with me about it, why do you feel like I should give you, a handout? Why do you feel like I should help you? If I can't come to you and ask you for help, why do you think that you can come and ask me for help?
And again, if you go to a restaurant and you get ready to order something, right? You give them your money and you see the ingredients in that meal, right? You read a menu, you know what you get for what you give, right? Mm-hmm. If you're asking me for the money that I go out and earn to give to you, because let's be honest here, a good percentage of what you give out does not get returned. And it doesn't matter the dollar amount. It doesn't matter the effort. If it can't be returned, if it has no potential of return on investment, then I need details. I need to be okay with it. You know? So I love that quote. Can you give me that quote one more time, Wancho? Because my birthday
Lack of planning on your part does not constitute an emergency on my part.
I love that.
Before you say anything, Shaw, can I just interject to the comments, because I do read the comments as y'all are commenting. But KB, it's definitely not an attack on man, because if you that's what you took from it, you definitely are not listening. But
they just got here.
The thing is, definitely just stay a part of the conversation, because it's really on both parts. It's about men and women, and really just watching and paying attention to who you're dating, because you could find yourself digging a hole that you don't even realize you're digging as far as finances. But definitely, Absolutely. It's not a shot at men. It's not a shot at women. It's just both as a whole. Yep. You can go ahead if you have anything else to say, Shadna.
Yeah, I feel like they covered everything. From my point of view, though, too much help for me is, sometimes you may want to help someone, and you do that on your own accord. But when the asking for help, like Dom said, when asking for help seems more like applied or that it's supposed to be there, then I have a problem. Because whether things are good, bad, or whatever, you have to be able to have yourself. You got to have me before you can have me. Sheesh, what were you doing before we encountered each other? Like, why is every day a rainy day for you? Those are the type of questions and thoughts that were running through my mind. But other than that, I agree with everything that everyone has shared.
For sure.
Ain't no sunshine when they broke.
Ain't no sandwich when she's gone. But no, I think when it starts to feel like an obligation and it's not something that you do out of the kindness of your heart. And I can tell you, even very much when we first started talking, I had an incident. My house got hit by a tree, right? And I'm not one of those people. Anyone who knows me, I don't ask for nothing. I'm one of those people, you will never know that I'm going through a thing unless you happen to hear what had happened. But I remember that, he had sent groceries because I lost all the groceries. My electricity got taken out. It took down the power lines and everything. And just my pride was like, it was like, I wasn't going to say bruised, but I couldn't believe it because I'm not one of those people. Now, that was something he offered. Now, I didn't ask. It was something he had offered, but I was so taken aback because that was just not my character. I was like, I could figure it out. I'm one of those people, look, if I got to eat ramen every day for a month, okay, look, I'm going to get through it. Even my mom was in the comments. She could tell you, I'll cut off my own leg before I ask for help. But when it starts to feel like you're obligated to do something for someone, or you start to feel like, your loyalty to them is becoming like a slavery, and they're doing too much and they're always asking for $40 or they always $20 short on their rent, I'm just like,
a bullshit.
I know it's a future show, but no, we ain't doing that. We ain't doing that. I'm not don't $40 me to death. Okay, how you always $40 short, and it's always that number. You're like, I'm gonna tell you, that's one key thing you can tell about
either 20 or 40.
20 or 40. How's it always 20 or 40? No, that sounds like you need either some drugs, or something. Yup, that's stuff. Yeah, that was something like a telltale something. Like, how is it always 20 or 40? Or you need your phone bill paid, but you want it. You better go get Wi-Fi.
I'm gonna ask for $82.99 then.
Yeah,
I need to borrow.
They be the ones that be asking for money, but then they turn around and they go out and they buying liquor or buying this. So just went and bought a pair of new J's.
Like, how you got the fresh haircut? You even got the line. You even got the white line still.
Some people have leeches specifically for certain things.
Because a lot of y'all,
some of these broke people are on somebody's phone bill plan. If you're on somebody's phone bill plan, they gotta pay their bill in order for they have to pay your bill in order for their phone to stay on. Right? Mm-hmm. You get wrapped into these contracts with these people by not asking the right questions in the beginning, and you get wrapped up in it. So just because you see a person putting on a persona, all of us have been on this platform for many moons, right? And we've seen people create a lifestyle that is non-existent in person, right? Once you actually get on the phone with them and you realize, like, damn, you's a well-dressed bum.
And you'd be
You
sitting
know,
there, you'd be
especially
sitting in their
now.
crib, and then all of a sudden, hello?
I
Hello?
done been on the phone with somebody, okay,
Heat's
and their
off.
car is backfiring.
You know, just you can just tell. There's signs. If you always asking for something, because I'm gonna tell you, if you're a prideful person, you're not asking. Like, you might tell someone what you're going through. If you love and care for them, you're gonna let them know what you got going on. But
Absolutely.
let them allow a person to offer. Allow a person to offer.
Give them the option.
Because if they don't offer, I'm going to say 9 times out of 10, they probably ain't got it. Because someone who loves you is going to offer. Very much like I said earlier, where I had went through something, I didn't have to ask. It was something that was offered out of the kindness of his heart. I didn't have to ask for that. Now, that was something that very much like took me aback and very much like, wow, like nobody's ever, you know, nobody does that kind of, you know. So that right there, I'm sure showed even him that I wasn't that kind of person, because just the fact of how blown back I was by the offer. You know what I'm saying? You know, because that right there could tell you if someone takes it that easily too, you might want to, you know, rethink the situation. Because then if it's taken way too easily and not like, wow, well, you know, then it's something that they're used to just getting.
But also, people recognize the hustler in people too. The same way you can recognize a bum in a person is the same way you can recognize when you're dealing with a boss. Mm-hmm. You know, some people can fall short, and you've been around them long enough to see the signs that something in their spirit is off. Their scale is tipped. Something's not right. Just earlier today, and I'm a prideful person, but Shad was like, yo, I'll make a way to make this happen for you. Don't you get what I'm saying? And I'm just like, I'm so in tune with the universe that whenever I get into a bind, I'm automatically out of it. So I was really, really trying to stay positive, but he just knowing that in the event that for some reason the stuff didn't work out, I had that option to just be like, yo, even if it's $10, your girl need it, you know? And I have other people that I can call, but that's my support system. And it's not embarrassing per se, because they know if I'm asking, I need it. But to know that people care about me enough to be like, yo, this day is happening no matter what situation that was going to put him in, he wanted to see it through. So that's why I said, even when the same way we realize these red flags, we can notice white flags, we can notice green lights, you know, and we notice when to slow it up. Back. Oh, you know what? Wait a minute.
A little bit of my power back.
Let me
for sure.
Take it back to the bottom of the map. Hold on. Let's take this walk again and see where we could go. Mm-hmm. You know, so I mean, we talk a lot about and the topic is about leeching, you know, for love or survival, but sometimes it's genuine love. It's rare. Y'all rare. You know what I'm saying? But
that's why I said it was something that I was so taken aback, and I think that was a sign for both of us. First of all, that he was a kind person.
Okay, Moncho, don't be out here being a good dude. You got a daddy.
You know, but I'm sure, like I said, it was also a sign for him that it wasn't taken lightly. That was something, you know what I'm saying? I'm sure that was a sign for him that, like, whoa, she didn't just be like, okay, well, thanks, and you know what I'm saying? But I was just like, the hesitation
like, for
me. You know,
trying to tell you, I'm like, I DoorDash after work. Don't even worry about it.
Like, and it wasn't because it wasn't that I, you know, but just the fact that I'm not one of those people. Anyone who knows me, they know if I ask you for help, you best know and believe that I need it, because I'm not one of those people that'll go out asking. I'm gonna listen. If I gotta go donate plasma or some stuff like that, I would do that before I would ask. I would cut off my left leg and my right finger. Yeah, but if y'all are just pulling up, that's okay. You guys have not missed it all. We still do have more to discuss. And Dan, if you want to you know, give us a little ditty after the show, you can go ahead and request the box, and we can put you in there before we end. You can find us in the Red Room Talk every Saturday at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We just discussed when deciding your potential dates, how big of a role does income play in your decision. After how many conversations is okay to discuss finances. We did the hot seat, and what are some of the signs you've noticed when encountering someone who is dating to survive. But now I want to discuss a specific situation before that box drops off, y'all. We've all seen the PS5 memes where a man has to lay down his pride and see it through, my boy. But all jokes aside, more and more these days, gender roles are changing before our eyes. That old school ideal of male providing is dwindling more and more, and women are stepping up to the plate with the title breadwinner. So with that being said,
What is your feeling on men allowing a woman to take care of them? Do you believe in the saying, a man who doesn't work doesn't eat? A man who don't work don't eat.
go ahead, Wanda.
I'll attack it first.
I want to hear. I want to
Look,
hear.
I was gonna say shotgun.
Not shotgun.
I think because Wanda been waiting for this dick. No.
What's your number?
Read that last part again, shot.
All right. What is your feeling on men allowing a woman to take care of them? And do you believe in the saying, a man who don't work don't eat?
You work, you eat.
I mean, I definitely work, and I'm definitely eating. You know what I'm saying? I'm definitely eating. Not too much. Okay, not too much on the bell. Yeah. But I will say this though. You can't speak for every situation because of the fact that what if that person was a worker before and they got into some type of accident where they couldn't really work anymore, and then they're relying on their partner. So in that regard, no. But if you're able to work, then what are you doing? You should be working. You should be contributing to the household, providing for your family. You know, whatever that looks like. You could be a salesman. You could be a garbage man. Whatever that looks like, bringing something to the household. You have to have that big ambition and that.
Mm-hmm.
I would say hustler's ethic to try to, you know, that mentality to keep trying to bring the money in.
I just want you to know.
But, go ahead, let's have the flow.
Mr. Bald and Bougie himself.
Mr. Bald and Bougie.
Appreciate that. I was waiting.
Y'all, his hair got repossessed, just letting y'all know.
Came and snatched it clean off.
I'm sorry, I had to. I'm gonna wait for that moment, y'all. I'm gonna wait for that moment all night.
Y'all crazy.
A man allowing a woman to take care of himself or him
is a bump.
You're not a man. At that point, you are independent. She should be following you on her taxes. You understand what I'm saying? You shouldn't have any say-so in what goes on. You shouldn't even have an opinion. You understand? Yeah. You shouldn't even have an opinion. You shouldn't have an opinion. You should open your mouth about anything because you're not putting the bill on anything, nor are you putting any food to go on the table.
When she say jump, you should say off the grills or how high?
Exactly, because I feel like you got to have more than one hustle. You know what I'm saying? There's more than one way to skin a cat. You got to have more than one hustle. You got to have a way to get some type of income. There's only so far that excuses are going to take you. And I do believe that if a man don't work, he's not going to eat. And that's just that. You got to get some type of mentality, some type of drive, some type of ambition. You know, yeah, you might be broke today, but you can get you some money tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? As long as you're doing what you got to do, you know, stay down, 10 toes down. But if you're not willing to do anything, then that's a problem. And a lot of you guys have been in this situation where y'all in the house on the game all day. Shorty went to work. She'd have been gone all day. You'd have been playing the game all day. She'd have came home, ain't no clothes, washed, the dish still messed up. The house is a mess. And you're wondering why she's coming in ready to spaz on you, not the game, overthrow you out and everything else because she'd have went to work and been at work all day and then got to come home and see you on the game. But then she realizes ain't no laundry been done or ain't no food cooked or the kitchen dirty or the floor hasn't been swept or vacuumed. You know what I'm saying? So you couldn't do nothing? Nothing.
All day?
All day. All day. So, yeah.
I have mixed reviews about this. And as Juancho said, it is totally contingent upon everyone's situation. But you have some households where it is more cost savvy for one of the parents to stay home. In this scenario, if the breadwinner for some reason is the wife, the girl or the woman of the house, there's other ways that you can contribute. Getting the kids to and from school, making sure that dinner is done, keeping a clean house, making sure that her nightly remedy or her nightly regimen is set up for her. If she likes to brush her hair or do a skin mask or have a hot bath, you could be checking in, paying attention to your partner. As Wancho also said earlier, what if someone got injured? You get what I'm saying? Like, what if they can't work? We are in an era now where there are so many ways that you can make money. If your fingers work, you can make money. If you have access to the internet, you can make money. I have now ventured out on my own with the assistance of being on disability because I saw an opportunity to have that backing. But there are so many ways that you can make money, contribute to a passive income. You get what I'm saying? If you're going to be home all day, learn to invest. Go take some type of a trade, where you don't have to leave the house to work. As long as income is the outcome, everything else should fall into place. You have DoorDash, you got Uber Eats. If you have a car, you can charge scooters. You can pick up people. You can deliver pain medication or just medications to people. There is no reason in this day and age why anybody should be broke. The problem now we're running into is COVID made us so lazy. And I don't mean us who are here, but just people as a general, so lazy where they just want.
Many people are entitled.
They just want things to be handed to them. There's no reason now today why nobody should be broke. When I don't have no job, my job is DoorDash. I drop my son off at school. I run DoorDash and I run Uber Eats, and I don't come back in this house until I've seen $150 or my son gets out of school.
Or if you're a gamer, get on Twitch, make you some money.
You can be
make
streaming.
whatever it is that your hobby is. Make it make money. That's my dad always taught me.
Jen has made this the lifestyle for her now for 2 years. Success from home. Yeah. Is it hard? Yes. Any company that you work for is going to have a down season. Any job that you get is going to have a slow season. At some point, people just stop shopping. After Black Friday and once Christmas is gone, those malls get empty and dry as hell. Right? But then people still show up to work. Mm-hmm. I don't know if anybody knows it, but fast food is paying more than an office job right now. Fast food is paying more than a warehouse job. My sister-in-law worked for McDonald's for years. That girl got so many stamps on her passport, she looked like she just went and bought a book of stamps from the post office. There's no excuse. After being on my own and working for DoorDash, I don't look at homelessness the same way. We all got the same 24 hours in a day. Just in 1 week, me and him have been through things that would break the average person. We still made it here for the Saturday show. An excuse is just that.
Where there's a will,
there's a way. Or you get off the pot.
Mm-hmm. And now that the box is gone, excuses are like assholes. Everybody's got one. But my feeling on that, and it's not saying that there's not men that have to stay home because it actually their woman might make more and it makes more sense. I can get that, but if it's a reason, oh Lord, but if there's a reason and no reason why that you can't work and you just sitting there and you just chilling all day long and you gaming, and then I come home to a dirty house and after I've been working all day, because I'm telling you, I've been the breadwinner before. I've been in a position where I took care of someone for years. And then when it came time where I became down and out after that, and the feeling was not mutual for the graciousness of being there for your partner, you know what I'm saying? So if you would not give me the same that I would give you, that's something too. Like it really just goes, with the territory, you know what I'm saying? Because not everybody's gonna be up, you know what I'm saying? And this is what my mom always told me, because I'd be like, man, this guy, this, and he going through this. She goes, but some people go through things, baby. Sometimes people go through things. Don't always judge off of that. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes people are just down and out, and it's situational. But when you can tell that you are a professional hobo, honey, no. Not
the hobo, honey. Honey.
So Jen, I can't just let you stream. You know what I'm saying? And I pretend like I'm gonna go to work and want your snacks and juice and just sit on the dang on video game for hours on end.
Well, honey, listen, unless you want me to be 100 pounds soaking wet, no, because we won't eat. Listen, we will not eat. We will not eat, honey. We will be sitting here like what did I do earlier? Hold on. We will be
He
sitting
thought
here
he
like,
found a way out, you guys.
hello.
Can I just say, Wancho, that you did your thing on this damn jacket? This jacket is so
Thank
fucking
you.
fly, man. Oh my God.
Yes, y'all.
That jacket
Thank you.
is
Go to
so
One Shot Got
amazing.
Juice and get y'all one a custom jacket, y'all, for whatever it
Still
is that
got
you
it.
need it for.
Okay.
But see, that's some passive income for y'all. If you don't have a way, you find a way. You know what
That
I'm
boy
saying?
talented.
And I'm gonna
That
tell
boy
you, I'm gonna tell y'all, and I'm gonna let y'all in on something if you don't know who I am. I became disabled, right? And my mom, one thing she could tell you, she's like, one thing I could tell you about my daughter that I've always been impressed by her, is she always finds a way, and she always finds her own way. And when I did, I found a way. Whatever it is that I needed to do, I'm a hustler. I'm gonna tell you, my dad, he could sell shoes to a footless man, and I just have that gift of gab, and that's just when I had to find a way, I found a way. He could sell shoes to a footless man. Yes, Lord. I
But they be
promise
having
you
them
he could.
prosthetic feet. They
I
count.
promise you he could. But
If I lose my
you
feet,
know,
y'all better put my J's on my
I've
plastic
always
feet.
found a way. Even if I don't got it and someone needs my help, if I don't got it, I will find a way to get it for you. And I can tell you, Wancho can tell you wonders about me. I know
I
myself.
am so glad
He
you
knows
said that,
me.
Jen. Could I please
I will
borrow
find a
$5
way.
million?
Listen, I don't got that though, cause listen, the way my bank account is
That's a
set up,
$5 million.
you know,
Yeah,
Gizmo
she
need a
got
lot of
$5 million. Let me
food.
hold
You
time.
know what I'm saying? Gizmo be out
Well,
chill
I'm
like
going to
that,
work
but
for it. She got $5 million.
you know what I'm saying? But I wish. One day we will be there. But you know, one thing I know, I've always found a way when I needed to. So I'm gonna tell you, if a man can't find a way, that to me, it just shows a lack of. How am I gonna have you lead me? And you have you still using Wi-Fi to call your mama. Where are you leading me to? We going to the back alley somewhere and sleeping in a damn tent. That's the only way you gonna lead me. How? And I feel like that even goes with respect too, because are you gonna even respect that kind of person, or have that kind of respect, or be in your
No, they don't even respect themselves.
or
They
be
even
in
have
your,
the
you know,
will and the
everybody
drive
wants this
to-
soft girl era, right? And you guys want a woman to submit to you. How am I going to submit to somebody who I'm leading? Because I'm going to tell you, I'm in the position when I told you that I was actually the breadwinner. I'm going to tell you what happened. I end up being the person wearing the pants. And I could tell you that's too big of shoes
You
to
were
fill.
sleeping like every day, dude. Like, what the fuck?
Right. You know, but that's too big of shoes to fill for me, because then it's like, dang, I can't even be soft. I can't be none of that, because I had to step up and be Superwoman. And you know that feeling when I finally could lay that cape down and knew that I had someone who had my back? It was beautiful, because I never felt that before, to know that there's someone who there, even if I'm in my downtime, that they rocking it out with me, and know that there's going to be a better day.
It's crazy. It's crazy you say that, Alonzo, because believe it or not, I was a streamer during the pandemic that was homeless.
Yeah.
That was homeless with his kid. You feel me? And worked my way up to where we're at now. We have a place now. I went from that to being in the hotel for 2 months. From being in the hotel to 2 months to being in here. So,
we're talking about the man who doesn't want to work. We're talking about the man
Right.
who allows a woman to take care of him. And I can tell you, I'm sure we all know a Jody. We all know someone who goes from woman to woman to woman to woman, who takes care of them and doesn't want to.
Deuce Bigelow, male gigolo.
You know what I'm saying? And doesn't want to work. We're not talking about the man who's seen struggle, because we've all seen a struggle, baby. I've been there.
struggle don't have to define you, though. It's the perseverance and how you can overcome it.
You know, we've all been there. We've all seen the struggle, and you know, it's really about what you do with it, how you act with it. Are you actually getting out there and working what you do and what you can? If you have to go to a temp service, go to a temp service. There's nothing wrong with getting help. If you have to get on assistance, get on assistance. But you have to do something. You have to do something. If you are not a man I could depend on, you're not a man I could be with, because, and that's not saying depending on you for money, but I know that if we don't got it, we're going to find a way to get it together. You know what I'm saying? And that's just really the end and the beginning of it. But y'all, This has been the Red Room Talk, y'all. Every week we do come to a place where we have a weekly quote. Y'all just give me 2 seconds till my laptop died. I've been Lord. But we do come to a place for a quote. And this week's quote is, "A gold digger's love is a transaction, not a feeling." Anonymous. Y'all, this has been the Red Room Talk. You can find us every Saturday at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Right here, right now, y'all. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. This has been one of my favorites. I say that every week, but this has been one of my favorites with all my favorite people right here in the box tonight. We got the beautiful Queen Essence, Juancho Number, and OG Shot. Make sure y'all hit
I love somebody who say my name first. Shot.
You know what I'm saying? Hit them all with a favorito like a burrito, not now, but right now.
Favorite me today because my birthday tomorrow.
Lord, help us all. Help us all. But y'all, go ahead, Queen, and go ahead and reintroduce yourself while I try to, Lord, get this thing to come back on. I don't know what's going on.
Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Dom. D to the O-M. And my birthday tomorrow.
Y'all, somebody come get her.
All right, y'all.
Her birthday is tomorrow. Hey! Somebody come get me, cause I'm finna be 35.
Oh. So what you got going on, Juancho?
On Juancho Number, you can catch me every Saturday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for Porto and Juancho, the feature show right here on the Tag app. You can also catch me on Sundays for Soul Food Sunday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And you can catch me on Tuesday for Juancho Snacks and Juice. Other than that, you just catch me when you catch me. If you want to get some merch, you know what I'm saying, and I know you do, make sure you guys tap into Juancho.juice on Instagram and order your merch.
You can also catch him on Tuesday, my birthday, because he gonna be a DJ.
Let's get it.
Sorry, Shad. I'm gonna let you finish. But Beyonce had the best album. I'm joking.
She's gonna be doing I already know her ass is gonna be doing outfit changes and everything.
Gotta love it. OG Shy. OG for a reason. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know me. All the bougie out here. Y'all can catch me every Saturday. The co-host of the Red Room Talk. The very first feature talk show on this here app. You know what I'm saying? Number uno. You feel me? You catch me out these streets streaming. I do stream. Y'all go live. I stream. We are not the same. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about hours. You know what I'm saying? I be out here getting it in. Fade me. You know what I'm saying? Fade me. Come up. Catch a vibe. You know what I'm saying? All that good stuff. Which I know I'm at. You feel me? Still so happy to be here.
So happy to be here. I am Jen and Juice, y'all. I am the host of this show right here, right now, y'all. You can find me every Saturday at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time right here on the Red Room Talk, y'all. But if you don't find me on Saturdays, make sure y'all pop in on Sundays. Not this Sunday, because we watching foosball, that foosball. But make sure y'all catch us next Sunday right here in this live for Soul Food Sunday with Juancho Number. And then make sure you guys go to Juancho Number's live on Tuesday for Juancho Snacks and Juice while we try all the newest snacks and drinks on the market, y'all. So make sure y'all tap in. But then you guys can find me every morning between 9 a.m. and 2 p.m. So make sure y'all tap in, y'all. But this has been the Red Room Talk. I appreciate each and every one of you beautiful people. Lord, I almost said bald and bougie right there. But I appreciate him for definitely wearing his tag colors tonight. But I appreciate each and every one of y'all. The beautiful queen, the handsome Juancho, and the bald and bougie Shot. I appreciate each and every one of y'all.
He all right.
You know what I'm saying? But
thank you for having me back again. You know, you can give me
any
anytime. Juancho, you know, I'm going to draw stick figures on your show on one of these days. You know, I'm going to pour that shit on. I'm going to go get me some Kool-Aid and paint that shit. It's going to be good. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm a little artistic, but you know, however they say it, I'm a deer. You know, I'm just down.
But I'm going to play a little ditty real quick in this thing. So, Lord. Let me play a little ditty, Lord. Or maybe I'm not. I don't know. I don't know what it's trying to do. We're trying to play a ditty.
Better hear some ditty.
I don't know what we're doing. I guess we do. Anyway, can we just have a beat?
Okay.
No
music.